How's it going, everybody? So we're going to be using some Firebow on top of Ladder today with the Evo Knight and the Evo Wizard. I wasn't a big fan of playing the Hero Wizard or the Hero Knight in this deck too much, so I figured I'd run this version, so let's hop into some Ladder games and see how it goes. No better feeling than loading into your Clash Royale match and your opponent is literally already spamming the King laughing emotes. I mean, gotta love that, you know, nothing better. But he's going to go for the Miner first play, makes me think most likely a Cycle deck of some kind. If he does have a Magic Archer, I gotta be kind of prepared for that with my Tornado. But I'd say Miner's pretty versatile right now, so it could be a lot of different things. That confirms, though, with that Snowball, that it's probably, it's going to be Balloon Cycle, and you would think Balloon Cycle's alright, but I don't have a building, so that is kind of the issue. I mean, we have Xbow, but of course, I mean a building that actually is defensive and does something on defense. Alright, I'm going to go Knight on this Muskie. We have to let this Balloon connect to my tower, and then activate the King Tower with the Tornado here to start off this match. So yeah, we got to take some damage. I mean, it is what it is. Not really sure how else I could have played that. I guess I could have maybe just not wizarded it. Wizarded? Is that a word? Wizarded? At all, but we get some damage back with our Wizard, so we're down about 500. King Tower low-key almost deactivated right there with that one singular balloon, but we do have the Evo Wizard in cycle, and we should be absolutely fine pretty much in any scenario here going forward. If I play perfect defense, I would say this is a pretty hard matchup, actually. Wizard gets good value, but Musketeer, especially the Evo Musketeer, whenever he gets to that, is going to be quite the problem. Let's go Knight the back. We do not catch the balloon, or not the balloon, the Miner, unfortunately. I'm going to go Ice Spirit like this to freeze, and then I'm going to have to pull this all the way back. Yeah, could have been rough right there, but I think we're all right. The shield should survive that. No, the shield does die. I think it was the Wizard before it got nerfed, where the shield would survive a balloon death damage, and you would still have the shield that's pretty broken, but it's going to take care of the Musketeer. The Knight's going to take care of that Barbarian. He has to defend that more. Yeah, he has to snowball that probably. There's the snowball from him. I feel like his Elixir bar is kind of hurting, so I'm going to go Expo like this over here on the left-hand side. He's already, you can tell this guy's not been having the best ladder session. Let's go for the Larrys just in case he bomb towers, and then I'm going to go for the Knight as well to predict his bomb tower, just in case he does go for it. Okay, perfect. And now we know he has no Elixir as well, so hopefully my Expo can connect on tower. That would be pretty epic. He's probably going to go Miner on 0 to defend this Expo, so I'm just going to go for the Ice Spear to freeze that. Nice. I'm not going to overcommit with the Log because he's going to go for the Barbell. Yep. So now we can take our damage lead, reset, and you know, just be happy with the situation we're in right now. I'm going to go for the Wizard in the back. He's probably going to just go for the Balloon on the other side, again, if I had to make a prediction. Or he might even just go for, yeah, I was going to say, he might even just go for a Musketeer to try and predict my Expo at the bridge. I'm going to go Expo now since he didn't play a Musketeer, and we're just going to force him to defend. Yep, there's the Evo. I'm fine with that. I kind of have to sacrifice my Expo in a way, because if I do not, then it's going to be very hard to actually defend against his balloon pushes with the hero, or the Evo Musketeer, excuse me, defending as well. Or like pressuring me as well, I guess, and killing my Wizard, basically. So that Wizard should push back the balloon perfect, and then I can just kind of go for another Expo on this left-hand side. We can go for a Knight to support it as well. He's probably going to go for the Ice Golem, then Balloon on top, since I already played my Knight. I would assume he's going to Balloon. Let's go for the Log like this. We do see the Balloon come out from the opponent. We can go Skellies like this on top of this Barbell, then go for the Wizard on the side. He does Snowball too. The Knight might connect on tower. No, he goes for another Ice Golem like that. He's going to Musketeer to try and snipe my Wizard, so I'm going to try and predict his Musketeer with my Hero, or Evo Knight. Dude, I keep getting them mixed up now. There's too many things to talk about in this game, it seems like. I'm going to Log. Can we keep our Wizard alive? No, we cannot, I don't think. Rip. That sucks, but it's all good. We're still in the lead here. I'm going to go Larry's as well, just to, I guess, support my Knight a little bit. And then just drop Evo Wizard the back like this. He's probably going to Balloon opposite lane. I would not be surprised at all if I do see that. He does not get a shot there, the Knight, unfortunately, but I can just go for this, like, and then go Rocket on top of his Musketeer. I'm going to go Knight to tank for my Wizard. He might Balloon other side, but then he's going to be kind of hurting on Elixir, so we'll see what he does. He actually does go for the Balloon. I'm going to go for a Wizard, of course, quickly here for the Balloon, and then Ice Spirit too, just to make sure it does not even get death damage, I don't think, on my tower. Maybe it does. Yeah, it does, because it kept walking, or kept floating, I guess, there, but it's fine. Doesn't really change too much. We need a couple more Logs, and then I also need to force out his Evo Musketeer again here. He's probably going to Evo Musketeer this Expo. I could predict it with the Knight. I should have predicted it, imagine. That would have been very nice, but I'm going to go Knight to back. We are probably going to get spammed here pretty hard. Let's go for the Skellies. Let's just Rocket the Balloon and the Barbarian. Go for the Wizard on the side as well. Hopefully this Balloon dies. That would be pretty nice. Come on, Wizard. Don't sell me. Okay, we're good. Let's go for the Ice Spirit on the Musketeer. Then I just need to cycle back around to another Rocket here for this Balloon. This is toxic. Let's go for the Rocket early. I mean, not really sure what to do in this scenario. I guess we just go Tornado. He's going to Balloon again on the other side, though, most likely. I'm going to Log like this. I'm going to go for the Wizard. Oh my gosh, of course. He put the Ice Golem down, then and then a balloon the other side. That was kind of unlucky timing. We have to rocket this balloon, of course, or we will lose the match instantly. 28 seconds left. This is just, yeah, wow. I have to Evo Knight the bridge. We have to pressure him because if I let him just continue to pressure me, we'll lose the game. So I got to go Evo Wizard like this. I've got to tornado this balloon all the way back here. He's going to miner. Do we catch it? I think we do. We do. Nice. Okay, I can go Knight like this. We prevented the death damage too from the balloon. That is huge. Only 10 seconds left. That balloon's not going to connect because I have my tornado back in cycle. He's going to go for a miner in the back, but I'm not really going to worry about that right now. 5 seconds. I'm just going to make sure this balloon on the other side does not connect, and we are going to win this game. That was a really hard game to win. With no building, playing against balloon is a nightmare, but we managed that super duper well, and he's not too happy with how the situation unfolded. You can tell right there. There's just something satisfying about winning with this deck. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a feeling you get where you're like, okay, I had to do something well to win this game. And this deck was broken as heck whenever the Wizard Evolution first came out, and it was super crazy. Actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, someone can correct me if I was wrong about this, but I think that the Wizard Evolution sucked when it first got released, and then they buffed it crazily. I could be wrong, but for some reason, I remember that happening. That was a long time ago now. Gosh, I do not remember exactly what the Wizard was like on release. He's got a mini P.E.K.K.A ability instantly. I still think that card needs another nerf. Looks like he's probably playing a giant deck. I'm going to go for the Wizard the back on the right-hand side into his Wizard the back, and you really can notice that nobody or rarely anyone is playing the Hero Wizard at all, and pretty much if someone's using Wizard, it's going to be Evo, which is interesting. I'm not really sure how to feel about that. Maybe they'll buff the Wizard Hero at some point, but right now, I'm not really a huge fan of it. It just has too many interactions where you're like, you know, it's a little clunky. The Tornado's very, very clunky. I could Expo here, but he's got Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Sparky. Who would have guessed that? It's probably, I would actually say, the most popular deck in the game right now. I'm just going to say that. It's definitely, any version of Giant is just... Even last season, I thought maybe this season with the Mini P.E.K.K.A getting a slight nerf, and I forgot what else did they nerf? I don't remember. But yeah, there's no change. Basically, my question to you guys is, notice the meta, right? Like, let's just notice the meta and see what's happening, right? Is it any different than last season? That's my question. No, I can answer it for you. There's no difference. The meta is the exact same, and I think the Bound team definitely... Ooh, they made a big mistake on that because, man, I mean, you can't have a meta where 30% of your player base, like, leaves the game. And then, obviously, it's not just because of the meta, but, like, the level 16 and heroes, too. And then they just didn't change the meta at all. It's the exact same meta. There's still a lot of Hyperbait, but really the main problem is there's still this exact version of playstyle. And in my opinion... I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with this, but is he going to Vines this too? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, in my opinion, the game has lost the art of like defensive perfection, if that makes sense. There's almost hardly any decks and any timings and like just different archetypes that promote the play style of like you have to defend perfectly and then counter push off of your opponent's play. It's more just like, okay, who can kind of overwhelm the person first, if that makes sense. And I don't like that. Obviously, I'm not a fan of that play style, but it just feels like the game has pretty much turned to only that. There's really very little defensive masterpieces and like good defensive gameplay anymore, when I feel like there was a lot more in the past. I don't know, maybe that's just me and how long I've been playing this game, but I think that cards like Vines, for example, promote that type of gameplay. Same with the Hero Giant, the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. I mean, all the heroes really kind of promote that garbage spam at the river type of gameplay. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like Clash Royale's lost the art of defensive perfection, for the most part. And it seems like I seem old saying that, but like I'm genuinely being serious when I say it. I'm like, wow, it feels different. It doesn't feel nearly the same, as it used to in that aspect where you have to pull off these really good defenses to win games. But I'm going to go for the Rocket like this. Obviously, if you're facing the best of the best, defense is going to be perfection like most of the time. But I'm just saying the average Clash Royale game doesn't feel like it really contains much skill anymore. I don't know if this is like a weird thing to observe, but I'm a big fan of this arena. I just like the chill vibe, the snowy vibe. Maybe I'm just a fan of the art team, I guess, in this game. But just gonna go for the tornado like this, and I'm starting to assume this might be another giant deck, which we haven't really seen too much of before. So he's gonna giant the back, pretty much first play of the game again. I'm just gonna wizard same lane, and we're kind of gonna play it by ear. If he does go for his wizard in the bridge, then I can rocket it. I'm probably gonna have to rocket no matter what, depending on what this person wants to do. He goes, what in the world? Okay, he's gonna Sparky other lane. I'm gonna go Larry's the Knight on top of this Sparky, then rocket this Mini P.E.K.K.A quickly before the wizard dies, please. Okay, nice rocket there. And that's honestly a great start. I'm gonna go for the Ice Spirit like this as well to make sure that if he goes like Skarmy on top of this, yep, Ice Spirit's gonna connect and I don't have to defend it anymore. And my wizard also gets a few shots as well. So pretty good start. right here in this matchup. I feel like we should win this one as long as I don't make too many mistakes. Of course, without a building, Giant's always awkward to defend, but I think Wizard is good enough, and as well as Knight. You know, if you play correctly, why does everyone laugh? What the heck? I'm gonna go for the Wizard the back and see what he does want to do. No Sparky in rotation from him, so I think he might just end up slapping cards other lane. You never know. He's gonna Giant the back. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that happen. I think that Wizard might actually connect on tower if I'm not mistaken on the first shot here. I think it does. Oh, that's so much damage. Let's go Knight the back and just play it very slow. Wait for him to play into me and then go cycle back around to our Wizard once more. I'm going to go for the log like this. I'm going to go for my Ice Spear right here. Then we can just go for the Wizard. I mean, dude, these players are all... It honestly feels like you're facing the exact same person over and over. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go Skellies up top to kite that mini P.E.K.K.A over, and then we should be absolutely chilling. Wizard's going to clean up that mini P.E.K.K.A too. Then I can go Evo Knight potentially. Should I go Evo Knight in front of this, or should we just let that go? I don't know, actually. I'm kind of debating which one is the right decision to make. Wizard's going towards tower. I'm guessing he's going to scar me. I'm going to log. He goes for the bats. Okay. That Wizard should connect on tower. Not too shabby. Then I can just go for a defensive Xbow right here. He Sparkies all the way in the back with only 50 seconds left in regulation. So I'm just going to play really calm, really collected. There's no need to do anything crazy. He goes for the Giant other lane. I'm just going to go for my Wizard same lane as well. And then I can just kind of cycle Knight and, you know, just distract the Sparky with cheap units like the Ice and the Skellies. I guess I'll go for the Skellies first right here. He's going to zap my King. Oh, yep, all right. I guess he's giving up. I think he had enough right here. He seems to be in a laughing mood. I'm going to go for the Larrys like this and then Ice Spirit as well. Just try and get back to our Wizards. We can have a trifecta of Wizards, unlock a new Clash Royale card right here. I've had a trifecta of Ice Wizards, but I don't know if I've ever had a trifecta of Knights and Wizards on the map at the same time. We can get both right now. That's actually kind of crazy. Triple Wizard is insane. I mean, look at the damage output from those 3 cards right there. Let's go. You know, sometimes I get really mad at myself because I know I take things for granted in my life. And it's the worst feeling ever when you take something for granted and, like, you have to see somebody else suffering with, like, a problem or an issue. And then you're just sitting there like, oh, well, I literally don't have this problem and I'm taking it for granted, my health or this situation, my living, you know, there's so many different things where you'll just never think about it until like something comes up or like you notice something and it's like, man, I wish I just could be so aware of the world around me more. Is this the exact same deck again? By the way, what's going on? Every single person plays Giant today, apparently. Not even today. I think that's just kind of how it's been. He's not going to even defend that Wizard. I mean, I would not be surprised if we see a Giant mini P.E.K.K.A at the bridge, guys. I'm not kidding. Am I? Yep. Did I pre-fire it? I did. What happened to this game? Let's go for the Skellies up top, Knight behind. He's going to play a spell on the Skellies. Yep, there's that. Hopefully this Evo Wizard can clutch up right here. He's going to Giant ability, but he didn't even hit the Wizard, so thankfully my Wizard should clean up. Okay, that could have been, you know, a lot worse. I just, you know... I wish Clash Royale would fix their game because nobody wants to play against this brain rot over and over and over again. Let's just say it how it is. Wizard should connect on the tower here for a couple shots. He's not even really defending. So I can just go Skellies like this to kite that over. That should kite both the minions. Yeah, perfect. So we don't have to deal with them other lane. But I had a situation recently, right? Little like mini story time, not really a huge one. But a person that I had been in contact with like in high school had messaged me, and it was a girl, like... and they were messaging me about like problems in their relationship and whatever, and I was like already skeptical. I was like, well, you probably shouldn't be asking a person that you haven't talked to in years about that, right? Like that doesn't make sense. But basically they asked me a whole bunch of things and like whatever, and I was trying to give them my opinion or my thoughts because they were asking for it, and then they basically just like took it and then didn't even really say anything and just like stopped talking to me again. I was like, well, you know, I guess I'm not really sure how to feel about a situation like that. It felt weird, right? Because it was somebody that I'd been close with beforehand, right? And then like they obviously not anymore, but then it's like, why would they like, you know, do that? You know, well, what's the point of that? Doesn't that just feel a little weird? I don't know. I felt like it was a weird situation, and I felt like it was really just odd the way it all played out. It didn't feel natural at all. Is he going to zap this? He is, so I have to natal this over. Man, this deck is broken, by the way. I'm going to go Ice Spirit like this. He's going to scar me on top of that most likely. There's the scar me. That's going to be completely fine right there. But yeah. Also, I'm going to go for the Knight the back once we hit 10 Elixir, just to kind of play it slow and steady. He's going to Sparky the middle of the map. I'm just going to go, I guess Larry's is fine. Let's go for the Evo Wizard like this, kind of a pie to get some DPS on the Sparky. I'm a little bit scared he's going to, like, yeah, kind of go all in other lane right here. I have a feeling he's going to go for the ability, so I'm going to go for Skellies and then Wizard as soon as I can. There's the ability. The Giant just socks me, like, just knocks me out right there. Let's go for the log on the Skarmy like that. I always think the Giant animation is so funny. Obviously, it's goofy. What is this guy doing? Hold on, I have an idea. Let's go Knight in front of our Wizard, actually. This is kind of aggressive, but I think it's a smart play to make, maybe. He's going to Sparky like that. He's going to Zap. Bro, what? These people are so brainwashed by this mini P.E.K.K.A ability that they just will always find a way to like use it. They're just going to try their best to force this ability to be something, even when in a lot of situations it shouldn't even, like, you should just kind of let it go. I'm going to NATO like this right here. He's going to Scar me probably, so I'm going to have my log prepared for the Scar me whenever he plays it. There it is. Let's log the right hand side. Skellies for the mini P.E.K.K.A he's about to deploy, and that's going to be game over right there. So 3 Sparkies in a row. I mean, are we really surprised? It's not even Sparky, it's just Giant. I would say that's in the meta right now. Going up against Marva in this next match, I played this guy enough to, I think he plays Logbait, but it's not Logbait, it's Hyperbait. So I don't know if you want to classify those as 2 different decks. I definitely would. But I'm going to go Ice Spear like this, then Skellies. Oh, dang, I could have timed that better to where it would jump on the wall breaker, but that's okay. He's got, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he plays the one with Valkyrie and maybe Berserker. He definitely has Dark Goblin, so I'm just going to have my Tornado kind of prepared for the Dark Goblin if he does go for it. He goes for the Berserker, okay. So I'm going to go Wizard the back. This matchup's going to be kind of awkward in single. I think that's kind of how it is most of the time with Firebow, is that you just don't really have the best responses ever to things in single. Like, you definitely get outcycled quickly. But once you get to double elixir, you can stack your Knights and stack your Evo Wizards too. And hopefully that Wizard gets a shot. Yeah, it does. Nice. I'll take that right there. He might. Yep, I was just going to say he might Valk in front of that. I'm just going to go Knight like this. I think I misclicked it. Yeah, that's not going to be on top of the Dark Goblin, unfortunately, but I gotta go log on this barrel. Ooh, okay, we got a little bit of damage over there. Could have been worse, but yeah, you can see why it's kind of awkward, right? Like, I'm just getting outcycled. He's using his evolutions already, which is kind of absurd to have a 3-cycle evolution already in cycle. A minute into a match, right? Like, that's crazy to think about. But anyways, he's up 1,000 damage. I don't really feel threatened at all. Like, we just need to get to double elixir and get one good push, and that's really all you're looking for here. I'm gonna go Knight. That's in the front, I believe. Yeah, it is. So hopefully that Knight can take care, well, not quite everything, but takes care of most things right there, and then I think that should be completely fine. I'm gonna go for my Wizard in the back once we hit 10 elixir. I think this is good. Let's just kind of let this happen and see what he does want to do. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to try and dual lane pressure, because with Hyperbait, you can't really force yourself into a lane with a Wizard in it. I feel like it's not going to benefit you in a lot of situations. So he goes for the cannon. Okay. I wouldn't mind an Expo here. Let's just go for it and see what he wants to do. He might Dark Goblin or something and try and, like, I don't know if he has Vines or not. I don't think he actually does have a spell. So I'm going to go log on this Dark Goblin instead right here. He's going to just Wall Breakers this, and he goes Wall Breakers other lane. Interesting. I think that's a huge mistake, actually, because now he's not going to be able to kill my Expo at the bridge. I can NATO this at a range, Knight to block whatever he places, and that is a big lock right there. Like I said, I don't think he has the Vine spell, so I can go for my Evo Wizard in the middle to just kind of control the map a bit. Ice Spirit in case he cannons. Oh, I thought my Wizard would kite that Valk. That's my bad right there. We still get a lot of damage, though, so I think we're in a fine spot, but that was definitely a mistake that I shouldn't be making. I'm going to go Defensive Expo here, and I think we pretty much have this game on lock as long as I don't make any more mistakes here. We can go log on the bear, or the Wall Breakers, Tornado on this barrel to get the King Tower activation, perfectly timed Tornado if you want to know the perfect timing. That is it right there, and he's going to go ahead and give up. So yeah, fair enough. We pretty much dominated this match. I mean, the beginning was a little bit awkward, but that's always how it's going to be against Hyperbaits. They're always going to have the advantage in single elixir no matter what, but once you get to double, you just kind of take your time and wait for them to kind of self-combust, I guess is the right way to word it. But yeah, nice win right there. We got another match right here against Kangdon. I'm never going to pronounce that name right. It just seems so hard to pronounce. Kangdon. That's easy enough for me. That's the American way of saying it, I feel like. But I'm just going to go... he has Barbarians. Oh, yeah, this guy has Lightning. It's a really weird deck with, like, Giant Skeleton, Lightning Hog, Minion Horde. It's like a whole mess, honestly. It's a mid-ladder deck, basically, is what's happening here. So hopefully our Evo Wizard can get some value, but of course Lightning is probably the best counter to Firebow in general. If you had to pick one card where you're like, oh, I really want to have this against the stack, Lightning would definitely probably be it, just because Wizard, Expo, I mean, Knight, all those cards give you good value. But I'm just going to go for my Knight to back, trying, well, we already did outcycle him, which is kind of insane that I'm back to my Wizard already. He might Giant Scale, he goes Firecracker. Oh yeah, I forgot that this deck has Firecracker. Ooh, I don't love the situation. I'm actually going to just Tornado this Firecracker in. I know he has Hog Rider, but I think if I just Wizard that, it's not going to be a good play, so I'd rather just Wizard the back. He might Hog Rider other lane, so I'm going to have to be prepared. Wow, English is hard. I'm going to have to be prepared for a Hog Rider on this right-hand side. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. There's no need to rush. Let's go Skellies up top to kite that Giant Skeleton. I mean, dude, what in the world? Let's go ahead and just rocket that off the map right there. We take some damage from that minion, it looks like, but it's whatever. It doesn't really change too much. And I can actually go for... I'm going to knight this, and then he's going to barbarians. If I can pre-log this well, then maybe we can win this game. Let's go for the pre-log right now. Did we get everything? We do. We get the barbs. Come on, wizard, clutch up for me, please. Let's go, wizard. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Give me one more. No. Okay, at least he... Wait. Guys. That's going to be a lot of damage. He does not have guards, doesn't have barbs, and does not have nearly enough for giant skeleton right now. And I think his hog's out of cycle still, so that's going to be on tower. He's probably going to lightning this as soon as he can, which is going to be probably best case scenario for me. Yeah, there's the lightning spell. I kind of expected that, but the Xbow chips his tower down to about 2,000, and just like that, I mean, he overcommits on a defense and then calls me a chicken. That's the average Clash Royale experience right there. It's kind of hilarious to witness in real time, but just going to go for the Ice Spirit like this right here. No lightning in cycle, of course, so we can kind of get good value out of our wizard. He's kind of a firecracker, most likely. Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to just go for an early log on this firecracker, try and cycle back around to another wizard. For the right-hand side, we have wizards on both sides. Right here, which is super awesome. I'm going to go for the... Ooh, okay, he might be back to lightning in one more card, I think. So I'm going to be a little cautious of that. I'm expecting a minion horde sometime soon, but I'm just going to wait and be patient right here. Let's go for the log, just to cycle, go for a skellies, and then, of course, we're back to another wizard. So I'm going to keep dropping wizards. If he wants to lightning them, like, whatever, he lets the knight go. Oh, wow, that's a big mistake. Knight gets connection. The guards were wasted. I can go for the log like this. And, yeah, this game is pretty much utter domination at the moment. As long as you don't throw this match, we should have it in the bag. I'm going to NATO this in to kill the firecracker instantly, which is beautiful. And then, oh, he burnt his barbarians right into a wizard shot. That is not what he wanted right there. Let's go for the expo like this right here, and now he's going to giant skeleton most likely. All I'm going to do right here is go for a knight. Since he played his giant skeleton other lane, we can knight to force out a bunch of cards on this right hand side. I don't think he has a good cycle for this either. I'm going to Ice Spirit to help out my wizard, log these guards off. Oh my gosh, the wizard shield's still on. Dude, it's going to kill the horde. Oh my gosh, that value is insane. And then I believe that's game over. Wizard's going to take the entire tower. That is the power of Evo Wizard. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like. And of course, as always, enjoy the butch clip and have a great rest of your day. Anyways, have a good one, everybody. And yeah, peace.